Alright, so art stream again. Alright, okay, I forgot to add the tags onto my stream. Hold on, give me a second. Alright. Okay, I keep forgetting to add tags and remove them every time. Because as you know, I switch in between of an art VTuber and a normal no camera streamer, I guess. So it's like, oh, I keep forgetting that I need to change identities. So yeah, that's that. But yeah, we're back with another illustration, so I'm gonna have to add all the details in now. Yay me. Hold on. Okay, sorry, give me a second. Naming my layers is always important. Some people don't name their layers. Like, I follow so many artists that don't name their layers. I'm like, how? How in the bloody heck do you not name your layers and you're still alive? I'm like, if I don't name my layers, I am in shambles. Okay, so how does... So I'm drawing fan art again because I don't have any original characters, and even though if I do have any original characters, I feel like they're really, really edgy. Like, man, oh man, I'm still in my edgelord phase for some reason. Like, I don't know why I'm still in my edgelord phase. Okay, so our character design is not too complicated, I'd like to think. That's what I like to say every single time, and then turns out I have the friggin' like I don't know what's appropriate thing for this. Okay. So she has a collar. I don't have the reference on my computer, so you're gonna have to trust me on this, alright? So she has like so she's wearing like an inner shirt as well. Or should I draw the... No, actually, yeah, I'll draw the, should I draw that first, or do I don't think, how much it does her, how much does her neck really show? Not that much, because I think her head actually hides most of her neck. But I think one problem for anime characters is that the neck is particularly long for some reason. I don't know why, even though I think that this is... You know what? Sometimes I don't realize that anime characters do not have proper anatomy. So at some point... Oh, sorry, let me do this. Wait, hold up, that was not supposed to happen. Wait, why is that not working? No. Why are you like this? Oh, there we go, now it works. Wait, hold up, why is that not working? Is that just moving? Okay, that's just moving it up and above. Wait, hold up. That's not supposed to happen. Okay, so over here, I'm going to drag this directly up like so. Okay. Because one time there's a general rule of thumb. I don't really remember it, but generally, if you draw the character's head, the body should follow like seven heads. I think that's the general rule. So then the torso is like 3 heads. And then the legs are like 4 heads or something along those lines. I don't remember it. I kind of forgot it after I don't really draw that anymore. But I remember that, and then I tried applying it. And I was like, huh, that's not quite right. That does not look quite right because, well, anime characters do not follow traditional anatomy rules. And I was like, huh, you know what? That makes sense. That makes sense, because if you, I mean, even just for heads, the heads are kind of big. The eyes are kind of big. The ears, kind of small. So generally, anatomy does not exist for anime characters, or they do, but the rules are completely different because it is very, very differently stylized. So that's a thing. Okay, so this is going to be like so. I don't know why it's lagging. Why are you lagging? ¿Qué pasa? Why are you suddenly... What? Wait, hold up. Wait. Huh? Hold, huh? Okay, that was weird. I don't know why I was doing that. Oh, that's why. Okay, I'm dumb. Hold up. I'm gonna close this. I just realized I had Google Chrome still open, so it was really, really jank. So I was like, makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. So she has the traditional, like, I think that's a shirt underneath, like a long sleeve shirt. So she has a long sleeve shirt underneath of there, so it should follow along the same curve because she's sort of facing in front, I think. So it should be sort of like this, and then you have the opening of the shirt over here. It sort of just folds over like this, and then you have a I'm not entirely sure how her character. Okay, so that's okay. Because it's sort of like a valet thing. that's the best way I can describe it. So then you have the valet jacket thing, sort of overlapping everything over here. I'm gonna need to fix everything because this is just the sketch. And then she has a coat on top of her. I don't know. I like jackets. Yeah. And jacket supremacy. So it's sort of a coat over here. It sort of opens up over here, and that's that. It seems, I think, right? Okay, no, it doesn't open up. Okay, so that's the design of the coat. I see. Okay. And that's the thing about drawing, is that sometimes you don't know how the character sheets are, which is interesting. Okay. So her coat sort of goes like this. The lapel sort of goes downwards, which is not really my favorite thing. Usually when I wear like coats with lapels, I like having them more sharp, like so, and then having like the collar go around it. So sort of like that, but who am I to judge? So it sort of flares, sort of droops downwards, and then sort of circle. So it's not very sharp, which is a shame, but you can't win it all. Can't have drip at every single opportunity, right? So this is pretty straight. I combine shape with straight, so it then becomes strape, which makes no sense. I can't English, apparently. Okay. So it goes down. So it's a pretty short coat from what it says. It's sort of like a not even. It's sort of like above of the hip. I think that's sort of the waist. Except a waistcoat is definitely lower than the waist. I don't know what they call a waistcoat if it's lower than the waist, or a waist is. I'm not too sure. You know what? I don't know my fashion. Actually, I do know my fashion. I just don't really know my fashion. I just don't know the name of stuff. But I have drip, I swear. I have drip. What the friggin' do is that? I don't... Because here, I guess she has epaulets? Epaulets? Okay, yeah, so she does have epaulets. So you don't know, because I was an air cadet, I know these terms, but in, when you have the sleeve of a jacket, right, you would have something like this, and then you would have, okay, I'm just going to draw the sleeve. Okay, you know what, that's a horrible idea. I'm just going to erase that real fast. Okay. I'm going to draw it on a separate layer because that's really stupid to draw it on the same layer, and I'm doing that. So epaulets, I don't know why I'm explaining this, but you have your sleeve over here, right? You have the thing that goes around your wrist or whatever, and you have the sleeve cuff or whatever. So you have that. Epaulets are this one tab that goes and connects, that goes across your your shoulder. So you know how you have your shoulder and connects to your neck. So the epaulette goes across there, and then you have the collar of the shirt over here, or whatever, right? So it sort of goes like this, right? So that's just this is a side view, just in case you didn't understand. But for epaulets, if you're like a cadet or if you're an officer or whatever, you would slip on your rank in the epaulets, and that would show the rank for you. That's the old uniform though, because I know for the newer ones they have the ranks displayed in front of them, which is weird. They're wearing combats for some reason, which I don't think is good. But yeah, so she has epaulets over here. I don't know why I spent so long describing epaulets when no one cares, but that's the epaulets. I think that's an epaulette, right? Because the way that they draw it is sort of weird. It's just sort of like a tab on top of it, which is like okay, I guess. So she has that. I assume that's an epaulette at least. And then she has a it sort of goes above of her hip, I think, I guess. So it's like crop top jacket, I guess. So that's why I drew it over here. So it's sort of over here, right? And then sort of goes into this, right? And then her the cuff of her sleeve is kind of weird, because it sort of goes, it's sort of circular, but it's also sort of pointed sort of downwards, like so. So it sort of goes like this. So it's it's a sort of a diagonal sleeve. I'm gonna have to lower the opacity of this so that you can see it. So it's sort of like a diagonal cuff, which is interesting. I haven't really seen that, honestly. It's honestly a very interesting character design. But yeah, that's the coat over here. You can see like some folds or whatever over here. I'm gonna take reference photos of the folds later on. So you have something like this, I guess. Over here, and that's she has like a scarf over here, which I'm going to draw with a bit more dynamicism, I guess. So it's sort of off to the side, like so. Yeah, except that the official material doesn't really show what's like beneath her scarf, so I don't know how it works. I'm just gonna have to assume a couple of things. So from what I understand, it's sort of like a, oh man, this is hard to interpret. That's my problem with this, is that I don't understand what most of this is. Because it doesn't seem like it's a button up. It seems, I can't tell what it is. I'm not gonna lie. I legitimately cannot tell what this is. Oops, I hit the mic. Hit the mic sounds like the weirdest thing ever. It's like hitting the gritty, hitting the mic, because the mic is like that. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Please help. Okay, so I'm gonna assume this is all one big piece. And this is sort of like this, sort of goes off to the side like so. And then this is an interesting piece because it's sort of, dang it, why does official promotional material have a book in front of the part I need? So it's sort of like this, I would say. Or is her coat actually longer? Her coat might be longer than I thought from what I can tell. No, it's actually shorter than I thought. Okay, okay. Right. So from what I can tell, this little thing sort of goes like a sort of deal, like so. Right. The rest of her code is like here. So then you have it over here, and then you have some of the details over here. Again, this is just a pretty rough sketch, so you don't have to. Oh no, wait, hold up. I think I'm misjudging some of the distances for this. Yeah, okay. So this is. Oh yeah, okay. I understand. So this starts off at the corner of this. This starts off at the corner, which causes it to land exactly above of the pointed part. So it's around over here. This is around over here. Okay, it doesn't matter if you don't understand the sketch. It just matters if I understand the sketch. All right. So the center line is over here. I'm going to change the center line because that is awful. Okay. So sort of like that. Again, you have the coat over here. Okay. And I don't know what's underneath of that. Interesting. Because this is a sort of a track. Oh, I think I understand? No, really, never mind. I don't understand. Whatever. Look, if the official promotional material is that, I'm just gonna keep it up like the official promotional material. I'm not gonna bother changing her design because clearly that's how it's supposed to be, right? You have her hand going there. You have the coat over there. You have the epaulette sort of squashed over there, which is fine. Screw the epaulette. No one cares about the epaulette. I don't know what I'm saying in French. Epaulette. Like, okay, buddy. Okay, French pal, I guess. Over here you have the folds of the clothes, like so, or whatever, right? You have their coat over here, whatever. And then you would have this, right? I think that's pretty safe, right? That's pretty okay. Yeah. No, not really. And then you have her waist or hip over there. Yeah, sure, that's messy, but that's fine. Oh, no one can understand this, and that's fine. So we have her coat over here. I'm drawing a lot of coats recently. I don't know why. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. Because clearly coats are peak character design. I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, let me make sure that my stream is running correctly. I just realized I didn't do that. Okay, how's it? Okay, I'll take it. Also, I realized that the mic from my old phone, from my old phone is garbage. So you don't know, I'm actually using my most recent phone as sort of the camera for the for face tracking for VTube Studio, which isn't that good because it's anything besides like an iPhone doesn't really capture like your facial details, so it's not that accurate. But yeah, so it's basically just a face cam in a way. And I'm using my old phone to look up art references. Except it has to remain plugged in because the friggin' battery on this thing is destroyed. So there's not really much I can do about it. So her hair is interesting. Her hair is definitely one of the hairs. Not that good. Okay. I'm gonna need to draw this a bit fluffier, I think. Okay. So her hair sort of goes down, like so. Also, I forgot that she was wearing gloves. She wears gloves. She wears like white gloves. Not exactly linen, it seems, because there's a lot of folds in it. So maybe like a white like fabric glove or something like that. I don't know. So she has her hair down here, right? Spiked up over here. Over here is just, except it's interesting because you know how I say don't cut grass, but it seems like, or don't, or draw grass, sorry. It seems like her hair is pretty much the definition of that, which is sort of interesting. She has her hair over here, which sort of goes almost into her eye, like so. So you have that, and then after this you would have this over here, and then this is just sort of brushes it off to the side like so. So then you would have sort of hair dangling over here. You would have the rest of the hair over there. And this goes over on top like so. I think. Right. Okay, we'll just assume that that's correct. She really doesn't have that much detailed hair, which quite frankly I'm happy with. I'm really happy with having a character that doesn't have that much detailed hair, because otherwise I would lose it. Okay, so it's interesting because she has the she basically or almost has the very iconic dead mom anime hair. So she has this this puffy thing over here, and inside of it, I think what's actually happening is that her hair sort of loops back, and then from the inside it sort of just has a braid. So it has a braid from over here, which I'm going to draw sort of not really sort of like that. I think I'm gonna draw it like it goes over her shoulder, and it sort of goes like this, right? Or no, wait. Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea. Okay, no. So what I'm going to do is the braid sort of goes in front of her, sort of like so. Her scarf is also going to have to change directions. I'm sorry, but the scarf, you're going to have to change directions. So everything, okay. So since I'm done with the character details for now anyways, I'm going to add scene details. Okay, so how I name my layers is that I first off have all the blocks for the characters, so that I can know what the general pose is. And then next is that I draw like the pose itself, so I refine like the position of the character and all the proportions. And then I draw the character details, so that's all the clothing, all the hair, and then I draw the scene details. So the scene details are things like notes, lighting. So generally it's like imagine like a storyboard for an animation, right? Storyboards are, you know, notes and general sketches that tells the direction of where the scene is heading, right? The general story of the scene, right? Because scenes, just plain images themselves can tell a story, and that's why that's where the saying goes, like a picture tells 1,000 words or something like that, or whatever, right? I don't know what the saying is, but that's the general saying for that, right? So I'm gonna have to convey some stuff with that. So I'm gonna do something that I haven't done in a while. I'm going to do so rendering is going to be done. Rendering with cross. Why did I suddenly forget the word? With cross hatching. That was the word. So rendering is mainly going to be done with cross hatching, except for her face, because the face I can't really cross hatch the face because I think that just looks really. I can't do that. So what's going to happen is I think the light is going to come from here. this is where the light comes in. Here is the flow of clothing, flow of character, right? So the character's items flow along this line over here, right? So hair, her necktie or neck bandana, I don't know what to call it, but yeah, it flows along of this streak over here. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to map out the lighting a bit. So lighting wise, most of her, oh, I think I realized why it's so weird. Maybe. Whatever, I'll solve that later. Lighting wise, it's sort of going to go like this, I guess, or maybe a bit more. Maybe her entire face can be sort of like casted in shadow. I haven't made up my mind with that yet. Next is what was it? Whatchamacallit? Right. Next is the rest of her body. So her neck should sort of be like, I don't know, should sort of be like darker, I guess. So it's sort of like here, I guess. Next, her arm is obviously like you have the shading over here, so over here, and then sort of over here as well. All right, so it sort of goes into her hand over here, her fingers rather. Over here it's closest to clothing, so I'll do that. Her body, it should be along this line over here, so her clothing in this case would be here. What else? Her arm over here on the inside is like this, and that's sort of because the lighting is coming in from a diagonal, it sort of fades into here, right? So I think that's generally where the lighting of this scene is, or the lighting of the character is over there. Not very good storyboarding, but it's fine as long as people understand, or I understand, because I'm the one who's drawing it. If you're storyboarding for another person, you should probably make that clear for the other person. Yeah, so that's that. I'm gonna have glowing eyes. I'm gonna have it glow a light blue, even though the game, oh right, I didn't even introduce what I'm drawing. I just completely forgot about that. But I'm drawing a character from a mobile game called Alter Ego. It is a clicker game, but as you click through, you sort of like have quizzes that sort of like determine how you are and just everything along those lines. So and for me, it was a game that actually had I wouldn't say a big impact, but it's a very memorable game for me because it sort of arrived at not the same time, but it sort of arrived at a time where it sort of arrived at the right time. I'll just say that. So that's why I sort of remember the game as well. Because I know that it's for some people they didn't really enjoy it that much, but for me, I think it arrived at a good time for me as a person, and that's why I generally enjoyed it. But yeah, so in the game there's a character called S. She was the guide for you, the protagonist, throughout the game. And yeah, the game is by Corridor. Was it Corridor or Column Caramel or something along those lines? But yeah, it's a Japanese company, as per usual, as you would guess. So yeah. So we have that. And alright, it's gonna do the flow of the scene. Because you have to flow the character and then you have to flow the scene. So here, what I'm going to do is that. Alright, I'm going to do glowing eyes, glowing eyes. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's a horrible O. There we go. What else? So in the game, there's actually a very present like when the symbols of the game is actually this blue butterfly that you sort of see pop up throughout the game. So I'm going to add one. I cannot draw a butterfly. I just realized that. So we have a butterfly over here, not very good, and then you have some of my signature splash art just go counter direction to the flow of the character, but it's still along the same flow. It's just going in the opposite direction, right? So you have some of the flow of this blue wave with a couple of additional like butterflies here and there, right? So the butterfly along with her face is probably one of the few things that won't be crosshatched. So here you have the blue over here, and then you have the glow of the eyes, which is not crosshatched, and her face in general is not crosshatched as well. I'm debating. Should I change? Because I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking, should I use black line art like any other normal person, or should I continue using my purple line art for the shape of the character? Because now that I think about it, I think having purple would cause it to look kind of weird, especially with all the cross hatching. So I'm not too sure, but I mean, worst case scenario is I just convert the color of the line art. It's not that difficult, especially with Clip Studio Paint. You can just click edit and then convert to drawing color. So then that changes like the whole like the color of the entire like everything that you've drawn on one layer into a certain color. That sounded like an advertisement. It is not, even though I would like Clip Studio Paint to sponsor me. That'll never happen, but one can dream. Okay, so what do I need now? I can start drawing the line art. I can definitely start drawing the line art. It's not a bad idea. Drawing the line art, sure. You know what, I can work with that. I can work with line art. So we have the blocks of pose, the character, the details, the scene details. Am I missing anything? I mean, it's not that big of a thing. I might change the flow of the butterfly so that goes a bit more upwards. Because right now this is sort of empty over here, so I might go over like this more rather than going across. So this looks a bit more dynamic, I guess, or it fills up the space more wisely, I would say. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. So yeah, line art. Let's go here. Okay, so I'm gonna start with purple line art as per usual, because what else would I do? What else would I do for this, right? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Right. Okay, that's fine. I like to draw the hands first. I don't know why, but usually I draw the hands first. Blah, 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 blah. Even though I know I shouldn't, even though I know most people draw with the head first, I'm like, I already planned everything out. I don't really have to worry about where everything is because everything is already in place. So I'm fine with drawing hands first. And honestly, I think drawing hands is a kind of more appealing because I think I struggled the most with drawing face. So I'm like, I'm just not going to draw that first because I'm going to hate looking at it for the rest of the illustration. So I'm just going to draw that last. So then I hate it less because that's sure, So clearly that's not the most, not my brightest ideas. Not one of my brightest ideas, but that's, oops, I'm drawing it way too sketchy. Okay. We need to do this. Okay. I don't know why I suddenly forgot how to draw line art. Don't at me for not being able to draw line art suddenly. Okay, there we go. Go over here. If I can nail it, which I can, because I'm just built different. So I don't have to draw nails this time because she has gloves on top. Alright. I'm thinking. Hold up. I'm thinking about it. Okay, so her gloves are pretty tight fitting, because I was worried because I was starting to draw the hand. I was like, wait, should I have drawn it like more loose? Because she was wearing gloves and they're more loose, right? But it seems like they're pretty tight fitting, so I don't have to worry about that. So that's nice. Yay me. Okay. Draw this. Okay. This is gonna be fun. Okay, wait, hold up. Okay, no, everything is in order. I don't have to worry about it. So then she has the cuff of her. Wait, those are long gloves, I think. Is it? They might be. Not too sure. Also, I don't know why my model is constantly winking. Why are you winking? Huh? Can I even wink? That's not working. Oh, never mind. He just winked. Okay, that was weird. Okay. I don't know why I was trying to do that. I rigged my model. I wouldn't know what he's doing. Look, my model is very much like me. I don't know what the frick I'm doing, and so does my model. I still gotta find lore for this guy. What is my lore? What is my lore? Actually, I think I decided on it a while back. I just don't care. Oh, whoops. My lore is I'm a stick man. I'm your fleeting childhood that's come back to haunt you. Fear me or something. I don't know. Okay. I'm all your childhood creativity just mashed into a single character. Power scalers are gonna have a time with that. Like, oh, humanity's creative, whatchamacallit, creativity that they've lost. No way, he's overpowered or something like that. Or actually, I'm pretty. You know what? If I was real, look, power scalers are full of crap anyways, but if I was a power scaler, I would be like, yo, I have, what the frick? Why does that keep popping up the, not balls, not that. I don't know, the button on my pencil keeps, the button on my pencil that's supposed to be for pen, for switching to pen tools, right? So if I click it, you can see it like switch in between, right? Or between like the eraser, right? I don't know why it suddenly, like at some points in time, it just suddenly like pops up the print filter for some reason, or the print window. So that's weird, but okay. I don't really have any qualms about that, so you know what? I don't care enough about that. So yeah, but anyways, if I was a power scaler, I'd be like, I am humanity's collective abandonment of child creativity and wonder and everything in this universe. So from the very first caveman, I have been gaining power or something. I don't friggin' know. If I was a crappy friggin' power scaler, but I'm not. So also, I don't mean to imply that all power scalers were crappy, but you know, I feel like there's better hobbies to be had. It's not even like a mean thing, but it's just like, at the end of the day, you're just comparing feats for characters, which is fine, but it's like debating with people on which fandom is gonna win is so dumb. I'm sorry, but there's better. I mean, it's not dumb, right? I mean, especially because you're sharing something that you like, which I think is really cool, right? Because I think that if you like something, then yeah, go ahead and like it. But if you're gonna be angry at other people and be like, oh, my character can beat this, my favorite character can beat this character because he can do all this, it's like, I don't give a damn, right? Because it's like, at the end of the day, none of that matters, because the real winner is the one that the writer decides, and that's a fact. Like, just an example, because I'm a comic book nerd. Like, what's a example that I can think off the top of my head? Friggin' Batman. Friggin' Batman would be, I would argue, is the best example of the writer deciding who wins, right? Batman versus Superman, the never-ending debate of who wins in a fight, right? So people are gonna be like, oh no, obviously Superman wins, or obviously Batman wins because he has prep time or whatever. But yeah, no, I mean, it depends on which continuity. Depends on which continuity. Honestly, I'm gonna be straight up honest. Depends on which continuity, and it depends on the writer. Because depending on the writer, like Tom Taylor in Injustice, he straight up says, like, I think there was a panel where Batman was like, you could have won this war like so long ago. You could have just flew up to space and lobotomized me from space, but why didn't you? Because you're still a good man, or something like that, right? So it's all friggin' depends on the writer, right? It's just a whole load of bogus. So it's like, oh man, Naruto solos the Bleach universe or something like that. I just don't care. I don't care. Just let people enjoy their media without letting me give a damn. Yeah, I don't know. That did not make any sense. I don't know how this suddenly became a rant on power scalers. I'm just a stick man. But clearly, if you played any old school friggin' Adobe Flash games, you'll know that stick figure is the most powerful being in the universe. Yep. I'm seeing things that don't even make sense anymore, and I don't care. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna continue drawing, and I'm gonna shut my trap, because none of this makes sense. Okay, let me do this, if I can, which I can't. No thank you. I can do better. I can do better. I can do better. Here we go. Yay. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Do this. If I can, which I can't. Okay. We need to refine this line art just a touch. Do this. And then do this. Okay. That's fine. Her shoulder extends up to here, which is fine. Right, because you should be able to see the gaps in her shoulders. No, I phrased that wrong. You should be able to see her shoulder in between of the gaps of her fingers. There we go. That just came out weird and creepy, which I didn't mean to happen. Okay, what else? Okay, let me see. Sorry, I'm gonna have to do some stuff. Okay, there we go. Okay, let me continue this. Okay. Ooh, purple line art that I'm gonna have to change afterwards. Probably. I think. Maybe. Possibly. Haven't decided yet. Okay. And then over here, I think. Right, because this is more or less flat. So I think there's going to be a lot less lighting in this one illustration, because it's just going to be all cross hatching, mostly all cross hatching, with a couple of. Actually, should I? Yeah. Okay. So I think what I'll do is that I might do an interesting mix between. So I think for the lighting, for the blue lighting that'll spill over from the butterflies, I'll do a normal rendering style, so a glow, so in add parentheses glow, close parentheses or whatever, blending layer for that, and then for the shadows, I'm going to do a cross hatching. Just because I think that the lack of a glow would maybe kill the illustration or do rendering a bit too much, so I'm not going to do that. I think it's auto saving. Hold up, give it a minute. Nope, it's not. Okay, I'm gonna save it now. Okay, it's done. I think it's been done for a while. Okay. Okay, so I think this might puff up a bit just because she's wearing a coat. So from what I can tell, I didn't draw the ball of this, but okay, so I assume that her shoulder is sort of leaned in. So her shoulder, like, you know how you can sort of like hunch over and then your shoulder sort of closes in around your chest, sort of deal. All right, so her left shoulder in particular is doing that as she's grabbing onto it, right? So it's sort of like that. Yeah. Okay, so she's grabbing directly onto the crease of the. She's grabbing directly onto the seam. I mean, of her sleeve. Let's just say. So it's over there. Then you'll get a better view of her coat, which is fine. Okay. Okay, no, that's not what I wanted. So we have the. Okay, that's dumb. My computer's kind of slow these days, huh? I guess I gotta reset it or reboot it. So it sort of goes like this, let's say. Okay, nope, won't do that. So it's sort of like this. You have the finger sort of like this. It sort of goes elsewhere. I'm gonna have to. Why are you like this? Why? Who told you to do? Why are you like this? Who told you to be like that? You're awfully slow today, huh? That's rare. I didn't think that Clip Studio Paint would struggle with this, but I guess it does. That's sort of annoying. Okay, so sort of. Jésus. Comment ça? Okay. I became so disappointed I became Québécois again. Almost. Okay. There we go. There we go. Because I'm lazy, this is gonna hide most of her epaulettes. What's up, Doc? Okay. I'm gonna draw the rest of her shoulder, just because I need that to sort of gauge where her coat is. Oh my god, please work properly. Yep, I'm definitely gonna have to restart this after this stream. This is busted. This is so busted. Why are you busted, huh? Okay. There we go. That's fine. Okay, I'm gonna need to draw. I'm gonna need to draw a couple of things. Where is it? Oh, that's where it is. Huh. Can't even understand my own line art. Well, that's kind of a problem now, isn't it? In it. Okay. Do this. Nice. Okay. We'll do that. And then we can proceed with this over here. What do you even call this? That's not the collar, because the collar's in front of the neck. This is a shoulder blade? I assume this. No, shoulder blade's in back. I don't know my anatomy. That's a problem. That's definitely a problem if I don't know my anatomy. That's fine. So, I'm going to erase a huge amount of this after I draw the hair, but that's fine. I did that for the same thing for the Kiara illustration, so it's not like it. I'm used to it. Now that I realize that having cross-hatching would allow me to draw a more like a sketchy version of the hair, which I think would actually help in drawing the hair a bit. Maybe. Okay, so I'm gonna need to draw. Crap. There's so much I need to plan out for this. Okay, so it sort of goes down over here, right? So it goes down over here. You have the center of the character, so it's sort of her neck is sort of over here, right? Or over here. My line art is all over the place, but that's fine. Oh boy. So sort of like this, I would say. Nope. So that's following too much line art. The sketch. Which is something that I found to be a problem for most people. Because you're not supposed to actually use you're not supposed to trace over the sketch. You're actually supposed to draw in reference to the sketch. So the sketch is strictly there so that you can get a sense of how or what to draw and in what direction. So some people draw on top of the sketch, which I did before, and sometimes I'm doing for anatomy because I already planned everything out. But you're not supposed to do that, apparently. Not apparently, obviously you're not supposed to do that, but you're not supposed to do that. Which is, yeah, that's a thing. Okay, so I'm trying to determine the center line of this character. Center line would be pretty much here, I would say. So I wasn't that far off with this, but I think it's slightly to the right a bit, right as in like right from the character's perspective, not from my perspective. So we have something like this, right? If I can draw it without it lagging for some reason. Yeah. As a certain Asian would say. As many Asians would say, actually. Not just him. Even though I know it's memed. Not only Uncle Ryder says hiya or hiya. Because I say that a lot. No, I don't actually say that a lot now that I think about it. I feel like I say it as a meme. I'm like, hiya, or whatever, right? But that's not actually what I say. Okay. Okay, let me finish this. Oh boy. Nope. Okay, yeah, sure. I'm gonna call that a success. Okay, let me... You might sure. Sure, I'm not picky. Even though I should be. Okay. It's fine, it's fine. The original sketch for the character was rough anyway. It's fine. Okay then. Let me erase all this. There we go. There we go. So this should be slightly protruding. Just slightly. Because of her... It's a collar, right? It's a collar, so it should be slightly just wrapped around her neck. My phone just fell. That's great. Okay, sorry. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is going to be wrapped around over here. Over here. Like so. Okay. There we go. That's going to erase this. Do a bit of rounding over here so that it doesn't look too aggressive. Travel across the canvas, which is not the smartest thing to do because I can just do this. I can just zoom out and then zoom back in because that's probably faster than freaking mouse dragging throughout like that. Okay. Okay, so you have this. That's not going to be relevant because her head is going to be blocking that. But I'll still put it in just in case, right? So it's going to be here. You're going to delete this. You're going to erase that, not delete. Delete is another term for something that I don't do. Hoo-wee. Actually, I do. I do that. Freaking, it's just not for this illustration. Not for designing. So it's like this. Erase this. Erase all of this. Erase this. There we go. And then you would have the knot of the necktie over there, which sort of goes like sort of goes like this, I would say, or maybe it goes. Yeah, actually, it might go on top of this of everything. So it's shorter on one end, so it goes like okay, so sort of like this. And then it sort of goes over here, and then it sort of just squares up like that, right? So it's a pretty interesting necktie, or not necktie. I don't know what to call this as. Maybe I should make this a bit less pronounced. Actually no. I'll just erase it and then I'll draw over it. I'll just erase this, and then we can go over here and then a bit less like that, right? So it's sort of curved. It's sort of coiled in. Let's just say. Actually, you know what? This should maybe be more. This should maybe be more. Like so. And then you would have this. So it's a bit further out, I would say. And then obviously I'm going to refine all the line art in between of streams. Alright. Maybe her necktie is not big enough. I don't think it's definitely not big enough. I'm going to need to change that too. Okay, but I'm going to record my... Oh my god, I completely forgot to record my time lapse. You buffoon. You utter buffoon. Okay, but I'm going to add all my stuff, and then I'm going to friggin' record my time lapse, and then I'm going to export all the sketches just to show my progression. And I'm going to do this. There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay. There we go. And there we go. Okay. Alright, that's going to be it for me today. Thanks for hanging out with me. And yeah. Bye-bye. Take care. Have a good night. See you. And yeah, take care. And yeah, that's that.